If you don't want to struggle for money your whole life, you have to avoid this. 1. Wealth killer that nobody talks about. Take a look at this. Chart shows how the average person spends their money each month. Believe it or not, one of these categories is quietly destroying your chance to build wealth. Today, we're going to expose its true face. First up is housing expenses. It's definitely the biggest slice of the pie, but at least it provides you with a roof over your head. So it's not a total waste. Next is taxes. Nobody likes paying them. Unless your name is Jake Harris, someone who profits from tax planning, but we won't get into that today. Then there are utilities and household expenses. Paying them isn't fun, but you can easily cut them down by shopping around for better deals. There are also those small miscellaneous expenses, plenty of them, but most are flexible. After eliminating all these, what's left as the wealth killer? The answer is transportation. Car payments, insurance, fuel, repairs, parking fees are pouring tons of money into something that depreciates every single day. The average new car costs nearly $48,000. It's not an investment, it doesn't help you build wealth, and in most cases, it's just a financial black hole on wheels. That's why among all expenses, car-related costs are the undisputed #1 wealth killer. And the situation is only getting worse. People's auto loan debt has spiraled out of control. In 2005, total auto loan debt in the US was $720 billion. 5 years later, it hit $850 billion. By 2020, it soared to $1.38 trillion. And in 2025, it's reached an all-time high of $1.62 trillion. This has led to more people than ever being what I call car poor. You're making just enough to cover your car payments, with no money left to build wealth. It's like being stuck on a treadmill that never slows down. Why do people fall into this trap? More and more people care about their image, and driving a nice car is one of the fastest ways to gain others' approval. The auto industry spends billions of dollars on marketing, convincing you that a new car will transform your image, boost your confidence, and even improve your love life. But they'll never show you sitting in traffic on a rainy Tuesday, staring at a $600 repair bill. Clever marketing makes you think looking rich equals success, but it's a total lie. Take the Tesla Model Y, for example. It's not sold on practicality or daily use. It's sold on the image of power and looking like you're straight out of a sci-fi movie. Social pressure fuels this too. Nobody claps when you drive a paid-off, reliable old Toyota. But if you roll up in a brand new Mercedes on finance, people automatically think you're doing great. Lots of young people these days want to look successful rather than actually be successful, especially in cultures where car ownership equals credibility. This desire to appear rich makes them stretch their finances thin until the car ends up owning them. Worse yet, some people borrow more than the car is worth, which is called being underwater or having negative equity. In Q4 2023, nearly 1 in 4 car buyers were in this situation. You might owe $40,000 on a car that's only worth $30,000, leaving you $10,000 in the red. If you don't want to become car poor like most people, you need to understand the true cost of those affordable cars in the showroom. Most people don't realize that the sticker price is far from the total cost of ownership. Take the Toyota Corolla. It's the most popular car among Americans aged 18 to 24, and at $28,000, it seems like a sensible choice. But let's break down the true cost over 5 years. First, depreciation. This car will lose $11,000 in value over 5 years. The second you drive a new car off the lot, it drops 10% to 15% in value before you even get home. Over 5 years, that's like throwing away $2,200 every year just because the car gets older. Next, insurance. That's about $12,000 over 5 years, and that's a conservative estimate. This number is based on a 40-year-old with a perfect credit score and clean driving record. If you're a young driver, your insurance could be double that. You can lower it a bit by calling insurers every year to negotiate. Never stay loyal to one company, but even with discounts, it's still a big expense. Then there's fuel. $6,400 over 5 years, and gas prices are only getting higher. Financing costs are $4,700 over 5 years assuming good credit. A 10% down payment, and an interest rate of 6% to 6.5%. If your credit is bad, rates could jump to 15% to 20%. That's why I always stress the importance of building good credit. Get a credit card, put small monthly expenses on it, and pay it off in full every month. You'll avoid interest and prove you're a responsible borrower. Maintenance costs $3,200 over 5 years, including oil changes, brake pads, tires, and more. But you can save a lot if you know a little about cars. I used to compete in motorcycle rallies, so I know my way around car repairs. I've saved thousands over the years. For example, changing your own oil saves $30, $50 each time. A $20 $30 car diagnostic tool lets you troubleshoot most issues yourself, instead of paying a shop $100 just to scan for problems. Taxes and fees are the government's cut. Road tax, registration, and inspection fees add up to about $2,800 over 5 years. Finally, repairs. Budget $1,800 over 5 years. These unexpected costs are deadly. Even reliable cars like the Toyota Corolla will need major repairs eventually. That's why you need an emergency fund, covering 3 to 5 months of living expenses. Without it, one big repair can derail your entire financial plan. Adding all these up, that $28,000 Toyota Corolla actually costs $47,000 over 5 years. And that doesn't even include opportunity cost. The most painful part? Let's compare two scenarios over 5 years, buying a car versus investing. If you buy the Toyota Corolla, you'll sell it for about $19.3 thousand after 5 years, assuming good condition, losing $27.7 thousand in net worth. But if you take that $780 monthly car payment and invest it in a Vanguard index fund, with a historical average return of 10% annually, you'd have about $60,000 after 5 years, gaining $13,000 in net worth. That's a $40.7 thousand difference. Choosing a car over investing could cost you $40,000 in wealth. Most people repeat the buy trade-in cycle their whole lives, so they never build wealth. But you have better options. Use that money for a part-time gig, small business investment, or start your own company. Let your money work for you, not against you. For perspective, if you'd invested that $47,000 in Apple stock 5 years ago, instead of buying the Corolla, you'd have a 224% return, turning that money into over $150,000 today. The same money that buys a depreciating car could have bought you a small fortune in one of the world's most successful companies. I'm not saying you should never own a car in many places. Not having one means missing out on job opportunities. A Bank of America study found that 67% of people said owning a car opened up income opportunities they wouldn't have had otherwise. The key is to buy smart so you can meet your needs and still have money to invest. If you want to buy a car and build wealth, follow these 3 steps. Step 1. Buy a used car in a sweet spot. Look for cars 3 to 4 years old with 3 OK, 4 OK miles. You'll avoid the brutal first-year depreciation but still get modern safety features, reliability, and often remaining warranty. A new car that costs $35,000 might be $24,000 at this stage, saving you $11,000 to invest. Step 2. Follow the 15% rule. Your total car expenses, payments, insurance, fuel, repairs should never exceed 15% of your monthly income. If you make $3,000 a month, that's a maximum of $450 on cars. Go over that, and you're dangerously close to being car poor. Step 3. Keep it for more than 10 years. This is where you actually build wealth. Most people trade in their cars every 3 to 5 years, which is financial madness. Buy once, maintain it like your financial future depends on it, because it does. If these steps save you $300 a month compared to buying new, that's $3.6 thousand a year invested at 10% annual returns, growing to over $118,000 in 15 years. That could be a down payment on a house, all from smarter car choices. The key to building wealth is making every dollar work for you, not against you. A depreciating car will only make you poorer, but smart spending and investing will help you achieve financial freedom. If you want a step-by-step guide to setting up an investment account, check out my previous video. Don't forget to subscribe.